Oh man, what is going on? Taco Tuesday in the morning, and we just got about 2 or 3 inches of fresh powder. As you can see, I had this out at the garage last night charging up because for some reason when it's too cold it doesn't want to charge if this battery is under 32 degrees, and it wouldn't charge for some reason yesterday. So I went and ran it around and it said it had 57%, and the next thing you know it was dead. So I'm just out here shoveled the sidewalk and back by a cage for the dogs real quick. Then I figured I'd come out here and try to dig some of the trucks out, because one of these days I'm gonna be starting Frank and going and doing something, because well, it's cold up here and it's warm down in Florida, but you know, some local shit pops up that's decent, I'll take it, come back home versus being all those miles away, if you know what I mean. So I just got the Cushman out and I'm pretty much just mashing the drive down because I don't really feel like shoveling the whole thing, and it just doesn't seem like any fun to me. Whoa, getting a little crazy here. Yeah, I'll go over with a shovel and pretty much just push everything off and then go over it again, because then there's at least some traction from the nipples of the tires, if you know what I mean. But this thing gets out boogies in the snow. It's actually pretty fun. I wish I had a sled and like my grandkid over, he'd have fun. Grandson Asher, almost 10 years old, he'd have a good time behind the Cushman, me pulling him around. Moxon would too, but you know, it's just one of them things that just scooting around having a good old time like a little kid in the snow in my sparkle buggy as I can, and it'll do pretty good donuts on the road. Well, gripping too much. The front tires slide out, but the back end will kick around if I don't catch anything, but I was catching stuff. So yeah, I'll probably plug that thing in and fire it up later and make sure it's pumping, because it hasn't ran since I parked it. It was like Tuesday or something like that. I went and parked it there, and so I was gonna do some shit, but then it got super cold. This weekend it got super cold, and I didn't go out and do shit because it was stinking cold. And it's supposed to get cold tomorrow too, so I like to get the thing pumped up and some diesel fuel moving in. I did put the additive in before I went and ran those loads a couple weeks ago, Saturday night, a couple weeks ago, and should be okay, but you never know. So plug it in for a little bit and do the rest of this driveway real quick, if you know what I mean. Seems like all juice all the time as soon as you hit that throttle with that new battery, saying that it's got above the voltage that it needs to move. I do know it doesn't like to be cold. Oh, the battery heated up about 2 degrees just from me running around. Like if I ran it hot around the yard, do a couple hot laps, it would warm up to where I can charge it. And what's crazy about that is while you're charging that battery, there's a little heater in there, so if it's above 32, it needs to be 32 to like 90 something or 100 something for it to charge. While it was yesterday, it was under 30 degrees. I ran the battery around, I got it up to temp, and the next thing you know, I come out and checked about 3 hours later, it was up to 60 some degrees just from that charger. So that's cool. And it'll sit there and trickle charge while it's at 100%, but it's not like it's doing anything because the battery is too cold. That's something I learned yesterday when I was out messing around with it. But yeah, time to get Frank uncovered and get some of this snow out of here. On the show, on the Chad King and YouTube's channel. Doing it. So the good people at GUTA sent me this tire pressure monitoring system for the truck. They've got different ones. This is the model right here. It's a G2 0C, and it's got a GB30 signal booster also with it. This is for a RV, trailer, semi. This has 10 in here, so it'll be perfect for the truck because it's got 10. Obviously I don't have a trailer, so I didn't need one. It's got real-time display of tire pressure and temperatures, external cap sensors for easy installation, light and compact with anti-theft water resistant sensors, 3 to 4 years sensor battery life, and the battery is replaceable. Accurate pressure readings. Pressure ranges from 0 to 188 psi. I can receive data while parking. There's a LCD display of pressure and temperature screen, long receiving distance, hide and unhide tractor or trailer data. So I'm going to install these. Let's open it up real quick so you can look inside. Nice little owner's manual that I'll have to read through to figure out how to turn it on. But here is the display screen that's going to get mounted. It has a little suction cup for it, but here are the numbers for the receivers. Like 1, 2 would probably be the steers. I don't know, they got T2, T3, T10 and T11, so I don't know exactly if those are supposed to be the outer or the inner. I'll have to go in there and check. And then I've got 7, 8, 9 and 10, so I can match those up. Like 10 can go with 10, 9 could go with 11, 8 can go with 2, and 7 could go with 3 because I'm weird about odd numbers. In even numbers, so I'd probably try to keep them together. Unless I could, then I would do that. So it's got in here 1 monitor, 1 suction cup, a dash mount, a USB cable to be able to plug it in, and then there's also a where'd that go? Sorry about that. There's a receiver, 2-way signal booster. So if I, for some odd reason, that one takes batteries, and like you're supposed to mount it back here, which I don't think I'd necessarily want to mount it back here because it's going to be getting covered in grime and stuff, and when I wash the truck, blah blah blah. So that might be something I throw in the toolbox just to keep it out of the weather. I don't know. I'm going to probably try it without the signal booster first, and then see if I can get it to work with just having the power on, and if not, I'll find somewhere to put the signal booster. So this is a new product I'm going to be able to try out tonight on the truck, actually, because I booked some UPS seasonal freight that's going on right now because it's peak season. So I'll basically be running every night from a UPS terminal to another UPS terminal in Frank, unless something goes wrong. So I'm going to install this real quick, and then once I get them all installed, I'll bring you back and we'll climb up in the truck and we'll try to hook it up and see if we can get some readings here. Okay, so this is what it's showing right now. I don't know if you can see it right now. It is on and flashing. All you can see is probably my reflection. It's got the 2 steers and then 4, like a dually pretty much, with a wagon, with the trailer is what it looks like. That's why the T1, T2 is for like trailer. So they kind of sent me the wrong thing, but I can make it work because I only needed 10. I don't think they must have paid that much attention, but it says you have to turn this on first before you install them. So I turned it on. It's got battery. I'm gonna see if I can't stick it on the truck, and then I'm gonna start installing these. So I'll be right back here. All right, so it's hard to really see this monitor, but it is showing the PSI and the temperature. It just depends on where it's at. Some of those back tires, since this has a wagon on it and shit like that, but it's what it is. They're at least showing the temperature and the pressure, which they're all probably low because they haven't been ran for a while, and I'm sure once it heats up they'll be. There you go. I'm in the truck. Unfortunately, I can't get the mount to stick to the windshield. Maybe too cold, I don't know, but that's what it is right now. I can just put this pretty much anywhere while I'm traveling, just grab it and look at it if I need to, or double-sided sticky tape it somewhere on the dash to where I can see this. But like I was saying before I decided to turn the power off on the camera, once I start moving down the road and stuff, they'll probably heat up and the pressures will go up, but it's nice to see what they are right now without having to get out of the truck, because obviously there's snow on the ground and it's about 20 some degrees out. Well, 36 degrees for some of the tires, 32 for some other ones. I guess it just depends which ones have snow on them and which don't, huh? But yeah, so I'll be testing this out later on and I'll let you know how it goes. All right, let's fire up the truck, see if we can get her started. Sure can. Gave it a little bit of juice. If not, it would have just right on over, but it hasn't been started for maybe a week. Hasn't been started for a week solid, so fired right up. Was plugged in. Just give that little bit of extra boost. I don't necessarily care for cold start and stuff if I don't have to, and well, if I'm at home I don't have to, so I'll plug it in for a little bit, let it warm up, and then fire it up. I need to clear the air lines, make sure there's no water in them, everything builds, you know what I mean, things of that nature. Move it all the way, back it up and slide it, probably park it right here next to the blue truck for now until I get in it later. I just want to get all the snow off and stuff for now. That way there ain't nothing sitting on a tank or freezing, because who knows what it's going to be like tonight when the temperature drops. But check those air pressure things out too. Probably won't take it down the road or anything. I'll just move it so I got it to where it's positioned and I need to be. So that's what's up right now. But Old Faithful, I sit there and I worry about shit. Might be in the house, like, oh, I haven't worked for a few days, I'm worried the truck won't start, it's too cold out, things like that. The truck's never really let me down in the winter time. Never had to shoot it with ether or anything like that, which I did pick up a new can just in case I need it. But I do have some in a can in the garage, so I should be all right. But we'll see. I'll let that thing run for a little bit. Sure the bags and everything lifts, air pressure's fine, check the coolant, check the oil, do the things, all that, you know, good stuff, and then move it around a little bit, get the snow cleared off, and make sure I got grease on my fifth wheel, because you always want grease on your fifth wheel in the winter time. You start bobtailing around too much, next thing you know, all your grease is gone because it's wet and that salt just rips it off. So I probably should have picked up a tub of grease, but I didn't. I do have a little pad that I got from somebody at Matt's that I can use probably if I need to, or I'll find some grease somewhere and slap it on with a rubber glove like I've done before. Usually I have a little tub of grease, but I don't think I have one in there that I can slap on the fifth wheel, so it might be something I pick up next time I go out. Well, would you look at that, the belts are back up to almost 14, so oil pressure's good, everything should be good, air belt, so I should be okay with that. I'll put it in, well, I'm going to release the tractor brakes here because I got enough air in the bags and shit. Hopefully the brakes release. If not, they're probably frozen and I'll need to get out and beat them with something. But I did blow off, like, I blew off the no, we're good. Okay, we're stuck, but they ain't no more. I blew off the fifth wheel and stuff because I didn't want it, you know, being covered. So I went back and blew all the bags and crap off. This thing, I've never had any problems with it. I've got a little shovel sitting right out there I'll throw in the truck. I used to, okay, we're spinning. I used to, it's probably because I'm in low gear. Put it third and see if we can pull her out. No. And to throw her in four-wheel drive. Put the old disc brake on. I got a bunch of snow built up right there. That's probably what's getting caught up on because I didn't shovel out of it. But Frank's pretty good. He's never really gotten stuck before. There you go, right out of it. Now Blue Chalk, on the other hand, it would get stuck. I used to work for companies, you know that, and I was a company driver, and you get to places where, like, when I would deliver for Menards at 5 o'clock in the morning, I'd be the first one there, and they hadn't cleared the docks out yet. So I'd have to usually carry on me a little salt shaker thing with kitty litter mix in it. That way, if I would ever get stuck or anything. But I was driving an automatic. It was a automatic Volvo, and it had the four-wheel drive. So anytime you wanted to, you could just turn that stuff on, and it was cool. Never really got stuck with them too much. A couple times I had to dick around and dig some shit out. Other than that, wasn't too bad. But when I worked for JB Hunt, I did that stuff for Home Depot. I had more trouble with their stuff because their tires were always super bald, and they'd be like, yeah, this truck's getting ready to go to auction. Be like, hey, this truck needs you know, a service, and they'd be like, it's getting ready to go to auction, we're not going to do anything but slap some new tires on. I'm thinking to myself, Why wouldn't you slap new tires on it when you got people driving these trucks? But it's what it is. That's how companies are, and that's how they make their money and get by. But yeah, everything should be good. Fired right up, so no issues with that. I'll leave it run for a little bit, see how everything goes, and then get back in it later, and we'll be testing out these. So I shall return later. Well, I'm over here in this UPS facility. Got over here at about 7:45 because I had to wait for get fuel when I got over to Point. Grabbed 100 gallons. So this thing's working decent. Some of the things went up, some didn't. Flying fuck, he says it's door 413, but these are 120. Unless it goes down up here. I'm not understanding what's going on here. Stupid ass belts went from 14 sitting in the driveway down to 13 when I pulled out down by the tracks at the house, and then next thing you know, boom, I'm back down to 12. So something's got to be done with them tomorrow. When I get back, it's no time for this shit. I can't find this fucking trailer. He said door 413. We just started at 0, now we're at 18. So, stand in that building. There's a building you have to go into and check in for non-UPS drivers for this stuff. And it's super crowded with dudes that barely speak English. So that's always fun. Okay, 413, it's on the left probably. What are you doing there, buddy? Okay, well, I'm gonna try and find this trailer here, and then we'll get on out of here. Okay, so those numbers are going down to, I don't get this, 289. Trailer 325. Okay, I'm gonna go back down here. Look, of course, 402. It's right up here. Drove right by it earlier because I thought I was looking at a dock. So it's a UPS trailer. It's probably that one right here. 85782. Found it. Alright, I'm gonna hook up to this. I gotta take you around, have that guy check me out, seal it up, and then I'm out of here. So that's what's up. Well, I'm up here at Grand Rapids. It's 12:15, 12:19, 12:20-ish. I turned this thing off because it was flashing. And I don't like it necessarily flashing in my eyes. Everything's fine. The steers did go up. The other ones, they went up a little bit, but not much. So I turned it off though because I just don't want the thing flashing in my eye. Plus, it's too hard to kind of see which one is which one doing what. So it's cold. My belts are still at 12, which are a fucking pain in the ass. But I did just turn off the I had everything off and it rose up, but they're just still squeaking, and it's just what it is with that. So I'll have to check into those maybe tomorrow. I ran fine up here, run fine back. So I'm just waiting here to be able to leave because for some odd reason everybody decided they were going to pull up through both lanes. You can't get out, so it's what it is. But I'm going to jump outside real quick and wipe my windshield off, and then slide on back down North Baltimore, if you know what I mean. Oh yeah, look at that. Woo, doggy. Just dropped that trailer over to UPS in Bobtail and home, obviously. because I'm going home. My voltage is under 12. You can see that my tank is empty, and my voltage is super low. But it was like that the whole time. Oh yeah, you can't see me, so there's no point of me turning the camera on you or me and talking to you because it's dark. But it was like that the whole way to Grand Rapids. Once I pulled into place, I turned all the lights off and sat there for a minute because I had to switch over because it was basically midnight when I pulled in, so I had to start a new log. And yeah, it was a good time. I watched the gauge bounce up a little bit, and I haven't lost, like, there's no dim or anything like that on the on any of the lights, so I know that it's not, you know, something too bad that's going on where I've got an issue. I mean, the only issue is the belts are slipping and squealing, and they just don't want to charge where they should be. So tomorrow what's going to happen is I'm gonna probably take the fucking things off, put the old ones back on, and get my money back for them and be like, look dude, I used these for like maybe 1,000 miles and I had nothing but problems with them. At least give me my money back. So it's what it is. But yeah, I'm getting ready to cruise up to 281, bus left, and then once I get into Defiance, I'll take a ride on the road that takes me back home, and then I'll be home. So maybe we'll talk later, maybe we'll talk more money. I don't know, but I do know is I'm out. Well, I'm back at the house. Came out earlier and jacked the cab up. Tightened those belts, were extremely loose, so I was only running down to 12. They were squeaking when I first started the truck, but they ain't no more. Ran upstairs really quick and grabbed a little thing of this and put it on the belts when they were squealing once I first started it. And then they decided to work themselves out. Voltage is running about 14 right now, or was when I was in there, because I just moved it. I had it over there in wash bay 1, and I put the car up there. Kim's got some people coming over tomorrow for some cuts, so I figured I would at least make it easier for other people, and I'd put it right here. That way if I needed to do anything to it, I can, because I like to have it right here in the winter time. That way I can work on it. So that's what I'm talking about. Here, baby. The only time it acts like that is, I don't know what the deal is, but they're back up, so it's all good. The thing really didn't want to start today, probably because it's so cold. I did have it plugged in for a couple hours, but the cab was up too, so I couldn't give it any help, if you know what I mean. To a little throttle, a little boost. I don't think anything's gelled up. I seen a guy come yesterday who was fueling up, and he was dumping stuff into tanks, and then I always dump the shit in my tanks. So, but having that shit, it transferred over finally. It wasn't transferring over because it's so cold and there's nothing going over. There's no heat on that side, so they have a tendency to just all the fuel sit over there and gel up or cloud up. It doesn't necessarily get jelly, but that problem going down to Alabama last year, and had to replace the fuel filter. But I carry a fuel filter, a oil filter, and a coolant filter on me, so it should be fine. Those belts seem all right now, but they're just something I've always had problem with that style. I don't know, I guess I'll just keep dealing with it until I can't deal with it no more, and then I'll do something else. It's getting ready to snow here, and it is going to be like in the negatives, or not the negatives, but the single digits here today and tomorrow. It is freezing. I was freezing my ass off last night. I don't know how people can run around in Old Navy fleeces and be warm. Shit's insane to me, but I'm just gonna let it run here and charge up those batteries for a little bit, and then I'll kill it and go inside. Need some of that homemade goulash that's at the truck stop here. So hopefully everybody enjoys and has a good day and stays warm and is careful out on the roads, because I passed a guy yesterday and I could see in his mirror when I was coming up the Roku background. You know how the Roku goes in the city in the background from his TV, that he was apparently missed his show, or, you know, let it go off, but thought, yeah, this is real fun. So that's what it is. That's trucking, I guess. See ya.